Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spilling the Disney Tea. I am your host, Destar Diva. We have got special guests, Corey and Laura from Main Street Explorers.
Hey.
Hola.
And we've got the Mickey Bunch, Kelly.
Hello,
My Disney Pinky. So, we're going to be talking about different subjects, but first of all, I would like to give you guys the opportunity to introduce yourselves and let people know what your channel is about. So take it away.
Go ahead.
So we're Main Street Explorers, and most of our content is Disney centered. So like right now we have a lot of vlogs from our most recent trip up. We also do a lot of like trip prepping, and we did Vlogmas this last year. That was a fun thing that we did. But a little bit of everything. Sometimes we do some things like at our house or locally, but mostly Disney.
Awesome. And how long have you guys had your channel for?
A year.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to Spilling the Disney Tea. We do talk about different random topics. Some of the stuff pertains to Disney. We try to keep it on topic. And then, we talk about life as well. So we're going to be talking about all kinds of different subjects. Kelly, how have you been doing?
Good. I hate to say that in this environment, but I feel like I love being at home. I love not driving, 4 hours a day to and from work. And I am loving life. I get to do my job. I'm at home. I actually get to see my son, make dinner, have dinner together. I am enjoying this hashtag stay at home.
Yeah.
So. Is that bad? Is it bad to say I'm enjoying it? Because I am
enjoying
it.
It's not. I mean, the thing is that there's so many people that are like introverts, and they're literally like, this is our time to shine. Now people don't always ask us, why aren't you leaving the house? Why aren't you getting out? Why aren't you doing things? Well, you know what? We have an excuse now, and we can say, you guys have to stay inside too. It's fine.
And I don't say that frivolously or flippantly. That I know it's a crazy situation. It's real. Stay at home. Wash your hands. Have fun with those people in your home.
Definitely.
And just keep everybody healthy. Slow this curve. But in the meantime, I am loving it. I do miss the park, of course, and I do miss, just being able to go places. But man, I miss my family.
Yeah.
When I'm at work, and I am loving seeing my family. So
yeah, we were just talking about how packed Disneyland and Disney World is going to be when they first open it back up. Like, they're going to have to close the gate because it's going to fill the capacity.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
I don't know if you saw, I'm sure you did, because I was busy watching the Hollywood with Brad Pitt and Leo DiCaprio. It just came on Stars. Oh my gosh. It's like all the hotness in one movie. So anyway, I was off social media for a couple hours, but that Disney World and Disneyland announced that they would have the parks closed until further notice. And I do think that was a great idea, not giving us a specific date and then changing it.
Yes.
But saying, hey, we'll let you know as soon as things are safe.
As soon as things change and we get a new update and everything's in the clear, then we'll notify you guys. And that's the best thing to do, because you're not giving an actual deadline. It's dependent on how the situation goes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I want to welcome some viewers onto the channel. So welcome, Kilt Guy. Comments with Corey, welcome. Byron, welcome. Jamal, welcome. Candy Mom, welcome. So we've been here at the house. We've been discussing like a lot of things that's been going on. My husband is the only one that leaves the house, and that's because he works in the medical field. So he pretty much kind of has to be out there. So he leaves and goes to work and stuff and comes home. Kelly, I know that you know California pretty well. It took him a half an hour to get to work from our house to LA, to downtown LA.
What? Does
Is
that even happen at 2 a.m?
never. Like, on a good day, it's an hour. On bad days, it could take 2 to 3 hours for him to get to work from here to LA. So it's literally for him to get home in a half an hour. I'm just like, that this is unheard of.
I do have to say the last couple days of me actually working in Celebration and driving on the 4. And the last day I picked up my computer and I got on the 4 at 5:30 in the afternoon. Now, normally I wouldn't make it from Celebration to Universal in an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Wow.
I made it to Daytona Beach in 50 minutes. What?
Oh my gosh.
It was eerie. I mean, literally, there was just nobody. It was like Apocalypse
nobody
Now
on the freeway, nobody on the parkway. It's like
empty streets. You know, it was crazy.
It's so bizarre. And over here in California, it's kind of getting out of hand. We've in our city alone, they have turned our we have the LA Fair, Fairplex here, and they're creating basically ground zero here. So which is literally 2 blocks from my house. So anybody that has the virus, they're moving to there and they're staying there, and then their families are staying at the hotel that's nearby. So since that has happened, we've now had 5 new cases as of yesterday. So it doesn't seem like people are actually staying inside like they're supposed to. They're going out and they're leaving and they're doing all kinds of things. And it's just crazy. Yesterday, Scotty went to the store, and he went to a different store than we usually go to. And then right after that, there was an announcement that an employee at that store that he just left from was diagnosed with the virus. So we're like, great. This is just,
yeah, I think
I start to panic because I'm like, I literally have a weakened immune system, so I can't have this stuff in here at all, period. So it worries me that, people aren't taking the necessary precautions, and they don't think about it. Like, everybody, at some point or another gets cabin fever. We get like, oh my God, I got to get out of the house. I got to leave. I got to do this. I got to do that. But the thing is that if people just realize if they stayed inside for 2 weeks like they're supposed to, all this would blow over. Everything would be done. There would be no more spread of the virus, and the people that do have it would have it over already. But they're not heeding that warning, and they're not listening. And so what's going to happen is this thing's going to stretch out for months and months because people aren't listening. And if they would just stay inside and do what they're told, in 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, this will all be done. People are refusing to quarantine. They just really have to get out of the house. And it's just like, the whole thing about social distancing and just staying indoors. Literally, I've been in the house for 10 days straight. And like, even me, for an introvert, like, I'm literally like ready to leave. Like, but, I'll open the front door. I'll go sit out on the front porch. I'll go, walk around the yard and get out and get some fresh air or something. But I won't like take off and, go to the beach.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous because that's what they're doing.
Right. I mean, I agree. But I do get that you want to go outside.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that. I take my little pups on a walk, in the morning and at night. And I do notice now that the neighbors, we social distance, so they'll wave hello and, but they give you that 6 feet. And most people do that because I have a Chihuahua gang anyway, who are just, ill-behaved and act like they're going to eat everyone. So, maybe that's helping me keep my social distance. But, like my neighbors, they literally go to the beach all the time.
Yeah.
Daytona Beach is not closed. None of the Volusia County beaches are closed, but not all beaches are crowded. So I think like some beaches like here, you can literally go and not see another person height of the season.
Yeah.
So, but if you're going downtown Daytona Beach or you're going to Miami Beach, stop already. You know? There's plenty of places you can go that you're not going to see someone else. And, because this is, I was sort of flippant about it in the beginning before it was here. I have to admit that, I was still going to Disney World. I was, but I've learned, I've seen the show Contagion now. I've watched.
You've gotten your crash course on what not to do.
I know, I'm a believer. But, then I got to really watching it a little bit more, and like Ken has a compromised immune system. He literally went into a coma a few years ago, almost died over strep throat. So, Haler too, totally compromised immune system. So maybe I'm okay and I have a great immune system, but that doesn't mean I'm not going out catching it and bringing it home and killing my family. So, I've calmed myself down a lot. I'm not going to movies anymore or anything. But yeah, anyway, I just rambled a lot. So, but I understand people wanting to go outside, like you said, but just don't go outside where there's other people.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, unfortunately, I still have to go into the office. She's off though, so because I work for a food distribution center. So we have to work, otherwise the grocery stores and all won't have anything to stock.
Yeah, if he has to go home, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
But, you're the first line of defense for us.
Thank you. I do think though, keep supporting those small businesses that you love, those small, family-owned restaurants. Call in an order. Almost all the restaurants around here are open doing takeout. I'm sure they are in your area as well. Especially not, I'm not saying I'm not a big chain lover. I love me some Applebee's, but, go to that mom and pop pizza place or the taco stand or, and just get an order to go. Just let's, keep people
see if they'll
going.
throw you a gift card or something. That way.
Yeah, that's one of our topics for today is that we're discussing what can we do? What can we do as our part to help with the financial stress and situation that's going on right now as of this moment. So yes, we can't leave the house or anything, but there's things that we can do proactively in order to help out the situation. And, things that you may think are not hurting or not, in distress can be. So there's one thing that was discussed was they were talking about how movie theaters may not survive this. And the reason why is because the movie theater industry has already been kind of struggling as it is, because with all this streaming and, downloading and all that kind of stuff, not that many people actually get up and go to the theater. And for a long time, it was like that. They had a really low point where hardly anybody was in the theater. And now it's getting to the point where people are actually going to the premieres. They'll go see the movie, in the theaters again, because they just want that like experience. They're tired of just always streaming everything and always downloading everything. So the theater industry started to rise again. But with this whole epidemic that's going on, we're seeing a decline again. And what's going to happen is people are saying that they're worried that the theaters may not survive this whole thing. So people were talking about what they could proactively do in order to help the movie theaters. And one good thing is start buying gift cards for the movie theaters for family members for Christmas. Like start shopping now, start shopping early. there's another thing that we can do is we can join the membership. So like I know AMC and a couple of other big movie theaters have what's called like a membership where you can pay $20 a month or something like that, and you're able to get unlimited movies while you're there and that kind of thing. Those are the kind of things that you can do to kind of help proactively help them without having to like leave the house or go anywhere. They also, I know one of them, I think it's AMC if I remember right, they have a streaming service on their own. So if you can't leave the house, you can still join the membership and watch movies from home. So that's another situation that you might be able to do. But Kelly's right whenever she says, helping out the small businesses, like the local mom and pop shops that you guys normally go to on a regular basis, that you guys depend on whenever you guys want to eat a meal or get out of the house or that kind of thing. Continue to support them. A lot of restaurants that don't do takeout orders are now doing takeout orders because that's the only other way that they can keep their business afloat. So contact them and see like, hey, are you guys doing, pickup orders? Are you guys doing deliveries? Like that kind of thing. And, contribute in some way to that local business, because you never know, after this is all over, you may be confident in saying, oh, everybody's going to be great. Everybody's going to be fine. And then when all this blows over, there's, signs all over the place saying, we're closed and we're not opening back up. So definitely get out there, not physically, but get out there and like be a little bit proactive, help out the community in any way you possibly can by supporting small businesses and that kind of thing. So I want to hear from you guys. What ideas do you guys think of to kind of like proactively help out in your particular community?
Well, we've been going to the local grocery stores a lot more than like the Walmart and the other big chains. And actually, they were a lot better stocked.
Yeah.
A lot better stocked.
Yes.
So that's one thing we've been doing. We also, it's not like local small business, but we just put in an order for Joffrey's Coffee.
Ooh.
Want them to stay going.
I know Krispy Kreme just sent me an email that was like, oh, we're doing a whole special on when you order donuts and everything. I was like, oh no, here we go. Look, I'm trying to use this as my opportunity not to eat all the fast food and all the junk food and everything, but then I'm like, oh, should I?
Yeah.
Maybe the kids will eat it. So,
someone mentioned in chat, I think it's comments with Corey. Is that you, Corey?
No, it's not this Corey.
Oh, it's a different Corey. Okay, a different Corey mentioned that drive-ins are making a comeback. I couldn't be happier about that.
Yes.
I mean, I actually got a notification. I'm from Arizona, and so my Facebook still has some Arizona businesses on there that there are a couple drive-ins that are like booming with business, and I love that. I mean, Corey and Laura, you might be too young, but I mean, I remember getting in the station wagon with my parents with as many kids as we could pack in there. Go and pop it open, have the lawn chairs and, watch movies. And Ken and I, when we were dating in high school, that's all we'll say about that. But we used to go to the drive-in quite a bit. I'm not sure what movies we actually watched, but, but it's fantastic. You can social distance and, it's kind of retro and cool. And about the movie theaters, I think we talked about this last week. I have been like just hoping that the theaters hang on, because I think it's one of the few things that people actually still do with their kids, on a date, with their friends, is go see, that new Avengers movie or that new Disney movie or that new Brad Pitt movie or whatever.
Yeah.
So I hope, because it is one last thing that you can actually go do.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so buy the AMC, unlimited movies for like $18 a month or something. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy awesome. So.
Well, the studios aren't really helping the movie theaters, but because they pretty much, how many movies have been postponed because of all this?
Yeah. They put back a lot of movies.
Like Fast and the Furious, Mulan, a
Yep.
couple other Disney movies and all have been postponed for X number of times.
Which I can't blame them either, though, because they wouldn't.
Yeah.
They would bomb.
Yeah.
Like our movie theaters aren't open at all.
Yeah, ours aren't open at all. We do have one drive-in in the area. And I've been really trying to get Scotty to go because I love the drive-ins. Like, I remember when my kids were little, I would take them to the drive-in. My daughter actually had when she was about, I want to say 7 or 8, I threw her like this kind of Grammy themed birthday party or Oscar themed birthday party. And we did like a whole red carpet when their friends walk into the house, and we had a concession stand and movie posters. And cause I used to work at Technicolor. So I got all kinds of free movie posters and film and all kinds of stuff. So I created swag bags for the kids, and we did this whole like movie themed party. But the coolest part was at the end, like before the sleepover, I actually piled all the kids up in my van and we got the pizzas. I ordered pizzas and we all just went to the drive-in, ate pizza, hung out at the drive-in, watched movies, and then came home and went to sleep. And they loved that night. They absolutely loved it. All the kids were in their pajamas. They were hanging out and having fun. And, you know, those are, for me, even as a child, because we used to go to that drive-in whenever I was a kid. It's been around forever. And they announced before this whole outbreak and everything that they were going to be closing for good in the summer because nobody was going to the drive-in anymore. People were just not going. And I think this may have saved them because now everybody's going to the drive-in to get some kind of, you know, not social interaction, but getting out of the house and kind of, you know, going somewhere. And I'm trying to get Scotty to go, but he hates drive-ins because he's like, you know, he's all about the picture quality and he's all about the sound quality and all this stuff. And if he can't watch it on a 50-inch screen TV with,
tell him, Nikki, if you do the drive-in right, that picture quality won't matter.
Yeah, honestly, like, I told him, I was like, we should just have a date night, go to the drive-in, and relive our youth.
Anyway.
But, you know, still social distancing. you can sit in the front seat, I'll sit in the back seat.
Well, however you do it, that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No driving.
Okay, acrobats. It's Cirque du Soleil. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that it's cool because, you know, I haven't heard any update on them closing or anything since this has happened. They've seen an influx in people coming, you know, going to the movie theater and going to the drive-in, and going. So I really want to take the girls just to kind of like, let's go to the drive-in, go hang out and stuff. Even if Scotty doesn't want to go, you know, he can leave his little sourpuss butt at home. And he can
fine because you can bring all your snacks and you can bring comfy blankets.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't want to go to the
lawn
snack bar
chairs.
with
I
all this
remember
stuff
bringing the
going on.
lawn
So,
chairs and sitting on the lawn chairs. And I took my Girl Scout troop when the girls were smaller a couple times, and they just loved it. They loved it. So, you know, don't do that now because you know,
it's a cool experience, you know. And as long as you
isn't a pandemic, then you can take your Girl Scout troop.
I mean, as long as you bring your own snacks and food, like we usually go to, you know, either fast food place or pizza or whatever before we go to the drive-in and bring our food and then, you know, go to the drive-in instead of having to like buy at the snack bar, because if you buy at the snack bar, like you hardly, like you're going to be interacting with people. And
I know the ones in Arizona, they've closed the snack bar. So they've actually said, bring your own snacks.
That's a good idea.
The snack bar, or my favorite when I was young, the playground. So the playground's going to be closed, and
Yeah.
But yeah, bring your own snacks so you can socially distance, but still be in public.
Yeah.
So still feel like part of the world. And you know, I pack my own snacks when I go to the regular theater.
I know you, Kelly.
Nikki knows that's true. She knows that's true.
I
I'm
have
clean
a
in
movie
the
theater
Ziploc
purse.
bag.
You got your movie
Dollars
theater bag,
worth
Laura?
of candy.
I've eaten
Yeah, oh, you need a Coke?
theater before, so
So Laura, what do you pack up in your movie theater bag?
Well, I have one of the purses that have a nice hard bottom, so we can get even drinks in there if you carry.
wow. That's how
I
you do
love it. I'll tell you what. I'm going to try and find your packing for Disney videos. Nikki, she puts us to shame. I mean, literally, it looks like they're moving. She has what? Am I lying, Corey? Am I lying?
I'm bringing a lamp, and I'm bringing.
With just no joke, just her like cleansing products and makeup and like beauty products. She's got this like plastic drawer tote thing. Oh, and she's like, it's wow. I mean, puts us to shame, Nikki.
How much do you guys pay in luggage fees? Because you guys probably got like 15 bags of luggage.
I don't know. I'm like the Tetris queen, though. I get it.
Yeah.
Like a real bag.
Oh my gosh, I am hanging out with Laura in the zombie apocalypse because, girl, I need some mascara and to cover up these freckles and
some granola. She's like, I got you.
we have very different packing styles. I'll just throw a few shirts in a backpack. I'm okay. She takes everything.
I have a spreadsheet. I have a packing spreadsheet.
Oh wow.
Have you done one for when we drove to Disney, or have it just been the flight when we flew?
I don't know.
Because we take even more when we drive.
Oh,
We're
well, I'm
conservative
sure.
when we fly because we fly Southwest, so we try to.
Southwest, though, you get free check-in back. Check that.
Yes, that's the way to go. Southwest. Yeah. I do that. I try to do that as much as possible whenever I'm flying to Florida. I'm like, if they've got a Southwest flight that's really good, I'm there. But most times, I can't find them. I can only find Frontier, and I can't stand Frontier. You're lucky if you get a bag of peanuts there.
That's an extra $25.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you still have to pay for your luggage, and your carry-on is the only thing that's free, and that's it. Everything else is $25, $30. It's ridiculous.
I love Frontier's flight, you know, the cost of the flight.
Yeah.
But my goodness, it's like you're sitting in a lawn chair. Honest to goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. No, not fun at all.
And if you're going on a longer trip where you do check a few bags, then it just went up to the cost of a Southwest flight then.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's been crazy over here. We've had a ton of I don't know if you guys have checked out social media, but social media has kind of blown up with celebrities and all kinds of people that are now doing live streams that never did it before. I know that John Legend did a concert on Instagram. There was a couple of other celebrities that have done Instagram things. One, I've been catching up on social media a lot. I know Jimmy Fallon has his home show that he does.
His daughter interrupted him.
Yeah, that is the cutest thing ever because it's so funny to watch him. Like literally just, you could see the beads of sweat just pouring from his pores because he's not used to having a captive audience that laughs, you know, at his jokes. So he's literally telling his jokes and his daughters are like, haha. And like crawling all over him. And one time he did his show opener like in a tent that he made the kids. It's hilarious. I'm like, you need to keep your show at home. Like, just keep your show at home. Don't even, it's way better. I've watched his show more when he's home than I did whenever he was in the studio. So I'm really enjoying like the interaction with celebrities going online and social media and stuff like that. I think it's brought a lot more people together. I know John Legend said that he actually liked doing his concert on Instagram versus doing his concerts in an arena with a ton of people, because this way he actually has an interaction more with the fans, requesting songs from him, and they were giving him feedback on which song they loved and which song, gave them, it made them think of this person or that person, or so it's just more of a connection that he doesn't get on a normal basis when he's just doing a concert to thousands of people. So I think that's really cool. And one thing I found out, I follow this YouTuber. His name's Chris Clemens. He's a comedian. His comedy is not for everybody. He does curse a lot sometimes, and he's just like, in LA. Well, he was New York, but he moved to LA. And he does these funny, really cool things. Well, one time Chrissy Teigen had posted on her Twitter that she needed romaine lettuce, and she was willing to exchange for like a head of romaine lettuce for some of her homemade banana bread. And as a joke, he was like, I've got 3 heads of romaine lettuce in my fridge. Like, I just went to Trader Joe's. So he posted the picture, sent it to Chrissy Teigen, and was like, I've got romaine lettuce for you. And she goes, let's make a deal. And he's like, wait, are you kidding? Like, I thought you were joking. And then she's like, no, I need romaine lettuce. And so they did this whole thing. And then she was going to bake the banana bread. And then she said, you know what? I only have enough ingredients to make 1 banana bread. She goes, so how about I give you half a banana bread, 2 slices of homemade pie, in exchange for 3 heads of romaine lettuce. And he's like, deal, like, we'll do this. And it's hilarious because they met in a church parking lot. It literally started to look like a drug deal gone wrong. Like, it was just, they just met in a parking lot, in the church parking lot, and was like, they got their kids' little Tykes car, and they put like a bucket. They put a bucket in the car, and they stuck the banana bread and the pie and everything, and rolled it over to them because you have to be 6 feet apart. And they rolled it over to him, and then he gets the banana bread and stuff, and then he puts the lettuce in there and rolls it back over to them. And it was the funniest thing because they're just like, this is Chrissy Teigen and John Legend, like, in a church parking lot doing an exchange.
That's hilarious.
It was the funniest thing I had ever seen. I was dying. And in the end, he was like, he's like, I think I stole from them. I don't know. He's like, I ended up with a half a loaf of banana bread, 2 slices of pie, some chips and guac because they stopped at a restaurant and they got extra chips and guac and they didn't eat it. So they put it in the bag, and a bottle of John Legend's wine from his winery. And they were like, and all we gave them was 3 heads of romaine lettuce. They're like, I really feel like we robbed them. But it was hilarious to see like that kind of interaction because in any other situation that would never happen.
No, not at all.
So, I wish somebody would meet me in the parking lot and give me pie and banana bread.
Right? Yeah, and they were literally.
I'll give you whatever kind of green leafy things you want. Just bring me banana bread and pie.
He wants to exchange anything, I'm down. Like,
yeah.
We have chocolate chip muffins.
Yeah, right. But it was hilarious because I was joking around with one of my friends because she was saying that she didn't get any toilet paper. All she had was like some Top Ramen, and some pasta noodles and some other stuff. And I was like, I will trade you 2 rolls of toilet paper for 3 packs of Top Ramen and a box of pasta. And she laughed about it, but I was literally like, are we going to do this?
Where's my pasta?
Are we? You are anxious for that trade. It was it's strange times, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I did go over to my neighbors. My kind of surrogate mom, it was her birthday, and I was gonna social distance and just hand the bag over, but they invited me in, and it was great. But they literally sent me home next door with 2 Coke Zeros, because that's essential to life. A roll of toilet paper, a roll of paper towels, and cupcakes. I was like, okay, this is awesome. They went to go to your neighbor's house and they send you home with like those essentials.
That's the best. I want to live next to your neighbors.
Coke Zero, toilet paper, paper towel. Living the life.
Yeah.
In Daytona Beach.
The things that
hilarious.
are so important to you that you didn't think you were going to be. So
Yeah, exactly. It's like tough times, desperate times come for desperate measures.
Well,
So true.
You got to protect the Charmin.
Yeah. I seen a video where this guy was in the grocery store and he was shopping and wanted to purchase some things. So he put his stuff in the cart and the guy rang it all up and everything. And he goes, okay, it'll be $24. So the guy pulls out 2 rolls of toilet paper and he goes, they're 2-ply. So that's $20 right there. And then he is this, and he's like, and that's 4 sheets of toilet paper. So that's $24 right there. And the guy at the register kind of looked at him and he goes, that's good, right? And he goes, yeah, that's, he played along with him. He's like, yeah, okay. He goes, but we don't take that. He's all, you have to put it on your card. And then, so he goes, well, I don't have my card right now. So, and he takes a toilet paper roll and he starts swiping it on the little credit card swiper. He's like, is that working for you? And the people behind him are just dying because they're like, this is what it's come to. Like, we're literally going to start using toilet paper as currency.
Well, somebody posted on Facebook here as a joke, have 2 24 packs of Charmin Ultra Soft toilet paper. We'll trade for new Corvette. Must have low miles.
Hi, Taylor.
Hello.
Hey, there she is, beautiful girl.
Should have texted me. I forgot about it, and I didn't have I don't know. It didn't notify me. And then I looked at my phone. And I was like, "Wait, when is Spilling the Disney Tea?" I was like, "Oh shoot! It started 40 minutes ago." So yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I
am
was
here.
going to, but I'm on my phone filming, so I don't know how to do both. So.
Oh my goodness.
that's
I
gonna be
am
funny if they play
putting a
poker
link
with toilet paper.
It's a Carol Burnett episode about toilet paper. And it's hilarious. And I mean, I know it's from like 40 years ago, but it's hilarious. I sent it to some of my kids because, it's hilarious. So
Yeah.
Some of your kids must not have been this kid.
Oh, I think I did, but I'll resend it.
Oh my gosh.
It's just so funny. It's like her family. I'm just gonna give you the lowdown, but Carol Burnett show, and her family has left her because they find her toilet paper unsatisfactory, and I don't know. It's just hilarious and so funny, and just I don't know.
There's so many things going out there right now. This guy, apparently he posted a video on TikTok. He was talking to this girl on Tinder and was trying to hit on her and all this stuff. And she was like, oh, I'll come over to your house, and so she came over to his house and he thought they were going to talk and hang out and, whatever. And she's like, can I use your bathroom? And he's like, yeah, go ahead and use my bathroom. And she literally took the toilet paper under his sink and the roll that was on the toilet paper roll.
Oh, that's too far.
Zero toilet paper and dipped. Like she took his toilet paper and took off. And it was funny because like all he hears is like the bathroom door open, like running footsteps, and then she like slams the door and he's like, what just happened? And then they were like looking around their house, like, what did she take? Like, why did she dip out that fast? And then his roommate goes to the bathroom, like, dude, she stole our toilet paper. And he's like, no, she didn't. And he's like, yeah, she stole everything. She left us with no toilet paper at all.
That is hilarious.
Hey,
I saw another one.
Call for desperate measures.
I saw another
Big
one.
backpack.
That was a girl and she texted her ex like, hey, I miss you, you know, whatever. So the guy thought that his ex wanted to get back with him. And so she went over to his house and yeah, she did the same thing. She pretended all was good, told him she needed to go to the bathroom, stole all of his toilet paper and left.
Well, that's what you get for not
You gotta
social
leave one roll. You gotta leave at least one roll.
No,
Jared, don't steal my toilet paper.
Nothing. Like literally, it was funny because the video shows like, you know, the toilet paper, the thing that's in the center of the toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's literally on the floor. Like she just grabbed it and ran. Like,
Oh my goodness.
and it was just like, oh my gosh, like, is this what the world has come to? But you know, it serves him right for not social distancing. Like he should not have even called her. You don't know if she's got a virus or not.
You have no
I'm
idea.
serious. Calm down,
Right?
hormonal raging teenagers.
Exactly. It brings up the whole term. You don't know where they've been. You don't know what they have.
Yeah.
And you don't know whether they have Charmin Ultra Soft or not. So it's not worth risking it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, what if you pull up and they have Angel Soft? Then it's all a waste of your time.
Right? Or what if you have the
You gotta do
Disneyland
research
One Ply?
first.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, there we go. It could be worse.
yeah, it could be the Disneyland One Ply.
That stuff is the worst.
It's like wiping your tush with toilet paper or with sandpaper.
So bad.
There's another TikTok of this girl. It's like it's like a sound bite that they do, and it's of this girl like crying or weeping or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And people are using it for like all these different situations. And this one girl walked into a Home Depot and used the sound of this girl crying, like sobbing. And she's literally in the sandpaper aisle trying to get the thinnest sandpaper to use for her. And she actually put it on the toilet paper roll. Like that's what she's going to be using since she has no toilet paper.
I feel like I would be taking a big person to a public restroom before I was using sandpaper on my ass.
Yeah.
Word language, Taylor.
Check into a hotel.
It's been really crazy.
Yeah.
People have lost their mind. But I mean, it's funny, but not funny because every time I go to the grocery store, I feel like panicked, like I better buy toilet paper because it's running out, right? So we're all falling. And I haven't been to the store that there's been not even one roll. So
Yeah.
The lack of toilet paper is real. But I
We
mean,
have two of the jumbo Charmin ones.
And it's created like a somewhat panic amongst people. And like the other day, I sent Scotty to the store and he went to a store that we normally don't go to because the store we usually go to doesn't have any toilet paper. And he goes to this other store and they have plenty of toilet paper. They've got plenty of stuff stocked up. But they have a limit on things. So it's like you can only get 2 things of toilet paper. You can only get 2 things of paper towels. You can only get, 2 things of hand sanitizer. So they're limiting them. So he goes to the store and he's like, "Hun, they have toilet paper here." And I'm like, "That's good. We don't need any." And he goes, "But what if, this thing lasts longer and we're going to need it?" And I go, "Well, then we'll get it when we need it." And he's like, "Well, what if they're all out?" And I'm like, "Seriously, hun, we literally have 3 24 packs of toilet paper already in the house. How many more do we need?" And he's like, "Well, it's better to be safe than sorry." And I'm like, "Seriously, hun, you've never shopped like this before. You've usually we shop for sometimes
it's like the Beanie Baby phenomenon.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like
you feel like it's limited, so you have to have it.
Yeah, and I'm literally like, "Hun, we don't need it. We're good on the toilet paper." And he's like, "But what if, something happens and we're going to be stuck in the house?" He's like, "I've been hearing that they're talking about doing a mandatory shutdown if this thing doesn't start getting under control. They're literally going to tell people you have to stay in your house. You cannot leave your house for any reason. And if you're caught out in public and you do not have a job that's in the medical industry or in food industry, you will be,
or if you're going to a store.
Yeah, you will be detained because they gave you a warning." So
Well, I'm going to be telling them that I'm going to the Super Whole Foods in Gilbert.
Yeah.
Now, if they detain you, do they have toilet paper?
Can you take it home?
It's kind of.
Well, I think maybe if you're going to be out and it's a curfew
I
or
need
something,
to wipe my bum.
maybe you should keep extra toilet paper in your car just in case a policeman pulls you over. You could maybe kind of offer him some toilet paper.
You know what? I've got 2 rolls of Charmin right here for you, officer. If you just turn your head.
I will act as this never happened.
This never happened, right, officer?
But it's got to be the ultra soft.
Yeah, it's gotta be the 2-ply ultra soft with the lotion.
Hello.
That's like, premium.
It's like I got 2 rolls of Charmin and 3 packs of Top Ramen in the back. What can we do? Could you imagine like this being on Cops, like an episode of Cops, and there's literally people bartering with toilet paper and stuff?
Bartering. That would be insane. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, can someone take the team and do it for us?
Like busting in people's houses and they see like toilet paper stacked to the ceiling and you can't do this. They do like a raid on the house.
Yeah, that was around here.
Yeah, we had our main interstate was closed down
I am on my phone and my tablet was in the.
and it ended up being that a semi truck had flipped over and it was full of toilet paper.
Oh, score!
Was I frozen?
For just a second. Oh my gosh, that would be so hilarious. There'd be like a riot that would ensue if that happened here in California.
Yeah. It was stolen toilet paper though. It wasn't like it was a truckload of stolen toilet paper.
Oh, they stole. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Figures.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
I'll mute my phone up. Okay. There we go.
There's a photo that's going around and it has it's the Fast and the Furious, but instead of them chasing like that one diesel or whatever, it's like a Charmin truck. They're like it's like the Fast and the Furious trying to chase down the truck to get the toilet paper. I've seen toilet paper claw machines.
Oh my goodness.
It's getting a bit
Yeah,
out of
you
hand.
can keep Dylan until the end of the quarantine because we cannot. We need our toilet paper. It is in short supply.
Well, apparently I have a lot because Scotty won't stop stalking.
It does give you this panic feeling, like when you go, you're like, well, I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna see if there's any toilet paper.
Yeah.
I mean, this is insanity.
It does actually.
It
I'm
makes
like,
you
I don't
feel
want
like
to
I
be
better
that
just check.
person, like stalking.
We've got two 24 packs of Charmin Ultra Soft. I think we're good for right now. The only thing that we could use is some tissues, honestly.
Yeah.
What's that the deal? There's no Kleenex. There's no.
Yeah, I'm good on. Good
Also-
on Kleenex. I just bought paper towels, which I needed because we didn't.
Nobody
have
has more beef than me. I use aloe vera as a skin moisturizer because it evens out the skin. It's like blocks the sun. It gets rid of acne and it moisturizes all at the same time. but everybody's using it for their DIY hand sanitizer, and there's nothing, and I'm freaking out because I'm having to use a moisturizer I've never used, and my skin is not acne free.
That's what it's going to come down to.
Vera.
That's what it's going to come down to. So I did want to tell you guys some kind of informational while we're here, just to let everybody know. And I know it's now starting to circulate, but this is something that I've known about for the last 2-3 weeks, because I talked to my on-call nurse, and Scotty's in the medical field and everything else. But if you are using ibuprofen or aspirin for any reason, stop using it.
Yeah.
Stop using it just as a safety precaution, because the people that are catching this COVID-19, apparently it thrives off of that medication. So if you have a headache,
10 times worse.
yeah, if you have a headache,
like
if you have something
Tylenol,
wrong,
you want to
take
use something
Tylenol.
that's not anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, take
So,
Tylenol
like a Tylenol.
instead of anything else. Just take Tylenol and you'll be okay. But the other
Rest
stuff
in
is
peace,
just,
my arthritis.
yeah, it's making things a lot worse. And I was taking ibuprofen for my migraines and my headaches and stuff like that. And my on-call nurse was like, switch now, like get rid of it, get it out of your system now before you have a potential of maybe catching it. Because if you do catch it with your weakened immune system and that ibuprofen in your system, it's not going to be good at all. So I had to immediately switch over to Tylenol. And so I've been on Tylenol since then, but yeah, just don't even risk it, because the people that have it in their system, it's thriving more in their systems and it's making things a lot worse. So people that feel like, oh, I can beat this are not being able to beat it, because it's like it attaches itself to the medication and just starts wreaking havoc.
I can never find her channel.
You know that, Taylor?
Yeah.
My brother just said, go to like Lowe's or Home Depot and buy an aloe vera plant.
That's not a bad idea.
That's like a serious DIY there.
Get it from the source.
Yes. Hey, they thrive here in Arizona. I mean, like, I could also just go to one of my neighbors. Jared's, I'm gonna message him. I need some aloe vera.
Yeah,
you know
I mean,
what?
she's living in the
Honestly,
Phoenix
like,
area. So
anytime I get a
everybody has aloe
sunburn,
vera, right?
yeah,
in your
every
yard.
time I get a sunburn, I just use the aloe vera plant. We have tons of aloe vera out in our yard. So we just break off some aloe vera and put it on our skin for our sunburns and stuff, and it helps.
Yeah, it makes a great moisturizer.
Yeah.
Wash, toner, aloe vera, perfect. Bam, no acne, no wrinkles. It's great.
Yeah. There you go. So just get the aloe vera plant. You'll be good, Taylor.
I'm stealing it from somebody.
Just trade them for a roll of toilet paper.
There we go. Perfect.
I'll give you 4 sheets for a little piece of aloe vera. But you got to exchange at the same time.
Yes. Not running off with the 4 sheets.
Exactly.
Not me this time.
That's right. You got to make sure you get your product. You can make the exchange even. Exchange at the same time. Or get like a little text cross. Oh my God. Or a skateboard. Yeah. Just use a skateboard. The innovative things people are coming up with during this whole thing is amazing.
The memes are killer though.
Yeah. Have you seen you guys have seen the videos people are doing of the Disneyland rides or the Disney rides at home? And they have like the park and the whole.
Some of them are pretty good.
Yeah. So I told my family I wanted to do one of the Tiki Room because we have the Dole Whip mix here. Ooh. And I was like, we could just make Dole Whips and just do the whole Tiki Room thing with the little fountain. We have a fountain in our yard. And we got plenty of plants.
I don't have the Dole Whip mix, but I got a pretty good bootleg Dole Whip recipe.
Oh. Yeah, I get the Dole Whip mix on Amazon, and it's the actual mix that they have for the Tiki Room. So
Do you have to have an ice cream machine though?
No, actually, I mix it in a bowl. It's not the same consistency because you're not using an ice cream maker. But if you had an ice cream maker, it'd be exactly the same. But I just mix put the mix in a bowl and whisk it, and then put it in the freezer. And then I'll put it all in the freezer, let it melt down a little bit, and then throw it in the blender. So
now, do they have the orange swirl?
The orange one's better than the Dole Whip.
Yeah, they do have the orange flavor one. It's not swirl, but it's orange flavor. And then they have the pineapple flavor. And then they have raspberry too. But you have to look online because sometimes they'll be out of like I know they're usually out of the raspberry every time I've checked. And every once in a while I've seen the orange available. But it just depends on like when you get it. But it's literally like $20-$25 for the bag, but that bag lasts forever. Like I've literally had it for an entire year and I still haven't even used the whole thing.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I prefer the orange Dole Whip to the pineapple.
Yeah.
You know, I think that Taylor and I went to Sunshine Terrace and had the orange. And I think it's different. Like when I was little, I remember thinking it tasted just like frozen orange juice.
They have different versions. One of them is like an orange flavor with the swirl. It's a lot sweeter, but if you get the right one, it's frozen orange juice with the vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, I don't want that one.
Don't
give me that one.
Like fruit, like
it was like tropical
or something. It was really good.
Yeah,
it was just like tropical, like the normal, like just orange one at Sunshine Tree Terrace. It's good. I like it. Yeah, if they gave me one that tasted like orange juice, I would be throwing a fit. Karen is coming out.
Corey likes to get the one that's orange juice with the vanilla swirl, but then he gets it as a float on Sunkist.
Oh.
I like the one that is strawberry soda or strawberry Fanta, and then the orange Dole Whip, and then I mix it together because nobody likes strawberry soda. But with the orange Dole Whip is like
so good.
Yeah, I think I've only tried the
just
orange once.
With the lava you, I love
I love you float is what I was getting, and I got it every day without Pop Rocks because it without Pop Rocks is vegan and dairy free, and that was my lunch every day.
Who knew
Nice.
Pop Rocks actually have dairy, which she's definitely allergic to.
That's so weird. I never thought
we'd go together. I'd get them on the side, and I'd get all the Pop Rocks. So
yeah.
So you can eat the ice cream, but not the candy.
Yeah, it's weird.
That makes no sense. And where's the dairy in the Pop Rocks? Like,
I don't know. It has non-fat milk.
That's weird.
I know, right? It's like what? But I think in all Pop Rocks do. Like,
I mean, well,
like, there isn't a brand that Taylor can have because they all have them.
Yeah.
That's so weird. I would have never thought Pop Rocks have dairy in it.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm trying to think.
So yeah, like
I guess it's something in the reaction.
We're gonna go around and we're gonna discuss like what are you guys doing to kind of stay like from being bored, like help yourself from being bored. Are you guys like putting puzzles together? Are you guys watching movies? Like what are you guys doing to kind of break up the monotony of just being at home? So
you don't have to tell us everything, Laura and Tori.
Yeah, not everything, because
okay, so like I woke up, I went to the bathroom.
Me and Scotty have been practicing social distancing because we don't want to be part of the
new
baby
tell us what
boom that comes
G-rated
out.
things you're doing to not be
From everybody being cooped up inside. I was like, yeah, nope, I don't want a little surprise 9 months later. We're good. Stay away. So, Taylor, we'll start with you. What are you doing to?
Well, I've been I've been having two of my friends come over like pretty much every night.
Social distancing.
They stay 6 feet apart.
You don't understand. This is a boy. She just can't social distance.
What about like 6 centimeters apart? We're like millimeters, like.
Do you douse him with Lysol when he comes in the house, or
No.
You should.
No, I feed him.
You feed them.
She's reeling him in.
Just like when he comes in over the next time, just douse him with Lysol. Be like, I don't know.
That would be freaking hilarious. I'm actually gonna do that.
Put a hand sanitizer on a stand by the front door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but they've been coming over. I'm not sure if they're coming over tonight. I just messaged. It's generally a very, very last minute, like, we'll be there in 10 minutes kind of a thing. Like, I gotta go shower right now. Go stick on a bra, something like that. But yeah, I've been baking, cooking. They've been coming over. We've been going on bike rides together around like Canal Path, which that's been fun. Social distancing, I guess. But I haven't
Don't
really
do what
actually
Taylor
been going
does,
anywhere.
And if
Yeah.
you douse them with Lysol when they come in the house. I want to hook up like this thing that goes around the ridge of the door. So when somebody walks in, it just, psst, you know.
Yeah, it's like a decontamination little
Right.
nose.
Yeah, I've also been like cleaning a bunch, so my house is pretty clean. And I'm doing like random crafts. And none of them are finished. Probably will never be.
Well,
Right?
it's because you're starting like 16 different crafts and
Yeah,
all at the same time.
I've got a quilt I'm working on.
I've started that before.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Flag that size.
what about you guys?
Kelly, what about you?
Me?
Yep.
I'm loving being at home, so I'm sleeping in. Oh, I'm loving it. But no, I've been like cleaning. I've been like working on videos like from the past, that I've filmed, and I'm sort of editing those. So that's really fun. I've been watching Contagion, which probably, it makes you like anxious and paranoid, but in the best way. It's awesome. So,
What's that?
No.
and it's so funny because in Contagion, they're like 6 feet. They use all this like social distancing. I'm like, this is like a training program.
So after you watch Contagion, you have to watch The Purge to find out what actually happens after all this.
I thought that was Zombieland.
That might be a little too
I know Zombieland,
extreme for
right?
me, but yes, I get it. I get it. And oh my
I don't get
goodness,
that.
Kim, please tell me some of you have watched The Tiger King.
Yes.
What?
Not yet.
Oh my! Watch
It's
it,
so good.
Corey and Laura. Don't shake your head.
I'm gonna watch it
Watch
tonight.
it.
I
Netflix.
It is so good.
Tiger King.
Yeah, I've
Oh
heard
my
everybody
goodness.
talking about it. I've been wanting to watch it.
I mean,
got
you're
everything.
dealing
It's
with
got
tigers,
Murder
gay
for
polygamists.
hire. It's got polygamy. It's got drug addicts. It's got tigers. It's a train wreck that you can't stop watching.
Let me guess,
Awesome.
it's based in Florida.
It's in Florida. Okay.
Well, I don't
It
know
is,
about the
because,
actual dude, but there
the
is a
humidity
good
makes
bit
people
in
crazy.
Florida.
Hey, I say we initiate Laura and Corey right now. Google the Florida man and your birthday.
Oh my gosh. We did this last week.
Florida man.
Yeah.
Florida man.
You have to
your
put in your birthday and then
Mine
Florida man.
is a Florida man loses his pants during a burglary. And Cynthia, I'm using my other email, which is named Sandy Lee. So that is me.
It's funny because I think mine was Florida man gets arrested at shopping center for running around naked
They're always naked.
while he was on drugs. So yeah.
They're always
To
naked.
allegedly threaten family with Coldplay lyrics in
Wait, what?
after SWAT.
Wait, what was it?
A Florida man who allegedly threatened his family with Coldplay lyrics in standoff after SWAT promises him a pizza.
Wait,
with Coldplay lyrics.
Oh my
Which
goodness.
Coldplay
I bet he
lyrics?
was
Like in
naked
the
while doing
window
it, too.
yelling out, "Your skin, oh yeah, your skin involved."
It doesn't. I'm trying to see if it says what song.
Like, make it stop.
It's
Make it.
Coldplay, any of them.
Yeah, it could have been Nickelback. It could have been worse.
I wonder if there was
Nickelback
something
had
about like
rock
killing somebody in the lyrics.
I know, right? If you don't bring me that pizza, I swear I will sing Michael Jackson's "Beat It." Just
What did you say if it was Little Caesars or Domino's?
I could probably get my family to do anything if I, were threatening to sing every ABBA song, or anything. I have a terrible singing voice, so
Okay,
they would probably do anything.
so mine is a naked Florida man in a Publix parking lot kicked trash cans and jumped on and punched cars while screaming, "I only had one beer." Right.
Did you give us yours, Corey?
And mine wasn't very good. Mine was Florida man arrested in murder.
Still,
That's so.
Well, I gave mine last week, but I'll give it
Okay.
again because it's just hilarious. Florida man lights firecrackers under child's bed and says it was a prank gone wrong.
wait, he did what?
A prank gone wrong by setting firecrackers off under his child's bed. It's terrible. But Dylan's,
Yeah,
I
sniffing
think,
the
is the
tea,
best
Nikki.
so far.
I'm gonna use this cauldron real
Baking
quick.
cookies. He burns his house down
That's
while
disturbing.
baking cookies in a George Foreman grill naked.
Wait a minute, what now?
There's so much going on there.
Something about cooking cookies in a George Foreman grill naked.
Yeah, he set the house on fire.
Oh, I thought you that's wrong.
And then Rachel
That's
is
insane.
hilarious. It's a man who spent weeks in jail for heroin, but it was actually laundry detergent. And by the way, it's also Walt Disney's birthday.
Wait, what was it? My daughter.
So
my,
anyway, Florida
my
man,
daughter's-
yes, it's always some weird Florida.
my
story.
daughter got
But watch
one that said,
Tiger King. I'm telling you, it's just bear with it the first episode, like, because you're gonna be like, oh my. But by the end of the first episode, you're like, oh, I gotta keep watching this. I gotta see what happens to all these insane people. So it is awesome.
"Oh my gosh."
Oh my goodness.
He wanted them free pancakes.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, "If I show you my cakes, can I get some pancakes?"
It's something in the water.
Florida man arrested for attempting to barbecue child molesters.
Oh, child molesters, I ain't got a problem with that.
Wow, that's deep. Florida. I don't know what's in the water, but Florida. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay.
I wonder if he got the free pancakes. at IHOP.
I doubt it. Mm-mm. Those would have to be some good cheeks to get the pancake. Like, you know what? Actually, I'm changing my mind. That was nice.
Here's
Mind if I take a picture? It'll last longer.
She's like, you know what? You get some pancake, and I'll throw in some eggs for you too.
No bacon?
No bacon, maybe sausage. All right, so Corey and Laura, what are you guys doing in the house to break up the monotony of everything?
Well, I still have to go to work for 8 to 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
And when I'm home, I've been forcing her to watch a bunch of old Adam Sandler movies.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And catching up on a little bit of Nintendo.
Nice.
Nice.
So I've been home alone, but Corey comes home to everything rearranged every day. I'm organizing everything at the house. Everything's labeled. Everything's moved around.
That is hilarious.
And then every day I tweak it, move it around again.
That's funny.
See, what you need to do to make it more funnier is rearrange everything in the house and then take all the light bulbs out so it's pitch black, and then see if you can navigate through the house. Just wrap toilet paper around the couch and around the chairs and create like a walking course.
Waste the Charmin.
Yeah, I know. Can't waste the Charmin.
Taylor, Mara left you a message. You might want to look at it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm dealing with a very confused.
I'm telling you though, Tiger King is worth the watch, right, Taylor?
Yes, it is
Won't
worth.
believe it. And Contagion, just so you can get, paranoid like me.
Oh my gosh, Trav, that is hilarious.
Trying to defend for murdering an imaginary friend.
It's like, he ate my sandwich. I had to get rid of him.
Was his name Bing Bong?
He hit on my girlfriend.
Mar, I have a rotary cutter that I just got. I have not opened it yet. I should probably use that because that will take a lot off of my hand. But see, the thing is, I was just like measuring initially, and then they were all uneven, and then I got the actual square, and now I'm using that, so now they're even. But I should start using the cutter, so that it's like easy.
Oh, Rachel. Yeah, actually, I am in one of their videos already. So Scotty and me ended up getting a video made of us where they make fun of us. So it's kind of funny because we're friends with them now. So it's pretty hilarious, but I love that channel, Florida Resident Edits.
Oh, does anybody know who it is?
I think it's a team of people, because at first I thought it was a guy, and I've heard some sound bites where it is a guy in the background, but then I've also seen photos on their Instagram where it's a girl's hand. So I think it's a couple. I just do not know who it is. But the hints that we've gotten is they're big YouTubers. So they have accounts. It's definitely not Tim and Jen Tracker because they hate them. And it's not Michael and Dave K. So we're thinking like,
and it's not me.
Yeah, so we're thinking maybe it's the sister, maybe not. I'm not sure. At first we started narrowing it down to Michael K's cousin, because she knows a lot about them. And she knows a lot about the other YouTubers in Florida too, because she's hung out with a couple of them and stuff. So we're thinking it's her, but we're not 100% sure because we don't know if she actually has a YouTube account that's big. Wow. So yeah, we're still trying to figure it all out, but we don't know who this person is, but whoever this person is a genius. Their videos are hilarious. And the funny thing is they're making fun of them, yes, but it's making fun of them in a funny kind of way where it's like not offensive.
Yeah.
The only ones that are getting offensive are the Tim and Jen ones, and that's because Tim and Jen took it to a whole nother level, and instead of just taking it as a compliment of like, hey, they're making fun of us, it's like a joke, haha. They took it to another level and was just like, why are you doing this to us? And started getting upset. They slapped them with like copyright strikes and all this other stuff. And so now it's like game on. Like, if you want to go there, we'll dredge up your past. We'll do all that stuff. So it's getting a little deep and dark, as far as the trackers go. But for everybody else, it's kind of like a lighthearted kind of joking thing. They did a video on us. It was hilarious. We loved it. They've done videos on Prince.
You should post the link to it in Spilling the Disney Tea. I'll make an exception. You can put it in there.
Okay, let me see if I can find. I know it's in my algorithm because I watch every single one.
Yeah, you should put the link to it in the Facebook group so that I'll watch it.
Generally,
I will be honest, I do typically delete most things unless you're in Spill in the Disney, like you're part of the board. But yeah, because it'll be like, I've never heard of you. Why are you trying to sell candles in here?
Right. So let me find ours, and I'll just post the link to ours on there.
Oh, cool beans.
And then that way people can see at least our video that they made of us. It's freaking hilarious. I love it. I did not take offense to it at all. It was absolutely hilarious. So there's the link. So yeah, it's pretty darn hilarious. And let's see.
I'll take the YouTube and I'll put it in the Spill in the Disney team.
Okay, cool. Thank you. But yeah, our video is absolutely hilarious. And the one that Dev did is hilarious. Dev absolutely loves the videos. They did a video of him where he was at the Disney warehouse, and he was like going around the warehouse showing people like what was there at the warehouse and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a thing because he's from Oklahoma. He doesn't say dollars or anything like that. He says bucks. You know, it's $15, it's $20. So they literally took the whole thing, and it was like bucks, and they showed like deers, like all over. Like, it was like $15, $20, and he was like, everything was bucks, and it was hilarious, and I was just like dying. And Dev was laughing hysterically because he's like, I didn't realize I said bucks that many times, and he's like, but that is genius.
That's funny.
Yeah, a lot of them are really funny, and like. Even the ones that he does of like Michael K and Dave K, some of them are a little cringy, but a lot of them are like, you know, in all and out, you know, just like lighthearted fun, you know, just, yeah, you know, they're making fun of you, but it's like from a funny perspective, you know, like a funny comedic perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So the only ones that took offense to it was Tim and Jen. They were really pissed. So yeah.
Although they kind of take offense to everything. So like, Is this new news?
Yeah. Like anytime you say anything about them, they literally are like, done, canceled. Mm-hmm. Don't want to have anything to do with you. So yeah.
I miss some of these.
But you know, for the people that understand that it's, you know, it's a joke. It's a comedic satire channel. So we understand, we get it, and we think it's hilarious. And we were honored that they did a video on us because we love the video so much that we were like, oh, please do a video on us, you know? And one day we got our wish answered, and it was the funniest thing. And I swear, I think I've watched it like 20 times. And it makes me laugh every single time. So yeah, I absolutely love it. But yeah, so what I'm doing to break up the monotony and the daily, you know, sitting here at home not doing anything is I started learning Korean. So that's a thing.
Right.
So I started learning Korean. I've started to pick up certain things. I'm starting to understand like conversation sentences and that kind of stuff. I have a thing where I listen to a video on YouTube, and it's like how to learn Korean in your sleep. So I put it on whenever I'm sleeping, and it helps me like because your subconscious mind
Yes, sleeping.
So it helps, you know, doing that. I'm able to like pick up a lot more stuff. So now I'm starting to understand it a lot more. And Korean's a really hard language to learn. But I have heard that once you learn Korean, it is so easy to pick up Chinese and Japanese. So that's my next step, because eventually I do want to go to Tokyo Disney and go there, and I want to be able to speak fluently. So this is just like a stepping stone for me to like get to where I want to go.
I just need to learn how to. Does this have dairy? Where's the bathroom and chicken nugget?
Chicken nugget. And the funny thing is, people don't realize that there's certain words that just are international words that they don't have a word for in Korean. So
Is
it's like,
chicken nugget one of them?
no,
Chicken nugget.
it's not.
Damn.
I know. Darn. But yeah, it's just like a lot of the words are really hard to say. It's easier to write in Korean than it is to speak in Korean. I've learned that much.
Latin is like that too.
Yeah. So it's been getting really interesting while I've been trying to learn all of this stuff. But my main thing is I'm learning it because if things keep going the way that they're going in America, I'm hightailing it out of here. I'm on the next boat to Korea.
No, thank you. No.
Yeah,
No.
because I can make a salary at being an English teacher out there and make bank. So you make a lot.
Their living is not where I want to be. America all the way.
Have you seen their lofts in like Seoul?
No, thank
Oh
you.
my gosh, they have like really good like flat apartment skyrise buildings. They look like the ones in New York.
It's
Like,
just like one of those things where it's like not even.
yeah.
You know.
Well, the whole thing would be like the language barrier and everything else. The really cool thing is that they have like in Seoul, South Korea, they have like pretty much like New York, the city that never sleeps. They just have like karaoke bars all over the place, tons of, bars, and everybody goes out at night and they go drinking, go hang out, socialize with their friends. Like it's a really social like city. So it's a lot of that like interaction and being out and about and not being around, being isolated or whatever. And the crazy thing is for a town that's being like that, they're actually getting their whole virus and everything under control because they're doing it the safe way instead of having to do it crazily like what we're doing. They actually listened when they said to quarantine. People actually stayed in their house and did what they were told and, listened. And they're not panicking. They don't have a shortage of toilet paper or pasta or anything else because they thought smart. They were like, okay, well, we get it when we need it. And they didn't freak the heck out like it was World War Z. So to me, I just think like if it's going to like help our family, like economically, socially, like all that kind of stuff, I'm down to go. Like I've never been to a foreign country before, but hey, I'll give it.
Yeah, I like my rights. I'm just like,
That's funny.
Well, I think it's an interesting hobby and a fantastic way to spend your time. And like
Rachel
I said last
wants
week,
to know if you're just trying to find out the BTS songs.
Maybe. I don't know.
She's into BTS like Becky is and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Becky.
I like
and
men,
Annie,
so like
my
it's not my thing.
niece-in-law.
Well, this is the crazy thing. I've never been into K-pop or J-pop or anything like that. I've never been into any of that stuff. And my daughter is a huge BTS fan. She's been for years. My oldest daughter, she was a fan for a while. And I never listened to their music. I never paid attention or anything like that. But my youngest one, she started to develop an eating disorder at school. And it was because, like, socially, people were telling her that she was fat. And she is skinny as a rail. I mean, you've seen what Ari looks like. She's super skinny. But they were telling her that she was fat and she was chubby and all this other stuff. And so she developed an eating disorder where she wouldn't eat anything at all. And she didn't want to, eat dinner. She didn't want to have lunch. She was skipping meals and working out excessively. And it was taking a toll on her. And for somebody that's 12 years old and to have that happen to you, it's not a pretty sight to see. It's not fun. It's not something I wanted to see her go through. But she started to listen to BTS's, well, not their newest album because they just came out with a new one, but their one before that. And the album was titled Love Yourself. And it was a whole promotion about like loving yourself no matter what other people think about you, and creating your own path in life, and, being happy and comfortable in your own skin, and realizing that everybody's unique and everybody's different in their own way. And you have to learn to love yourself. So from that, she started to realize that, you know what, it doesn't matter what people think about me. And she started to like slowly start eating again, and, try to get things under control. She's not so worried about, what her body looks like, or if her friends are telling her she's too fat or anything like that. So, to me, I was like super grateful that she could learn something from them by that message that they sent out. And so I started to look into who they were as people, because I wanted to know. I was curious, is this like a one-time album thing, or are this is their whole message, or, what is it? And they actually did a speech at the UN, and they talked about, kids and all that, the stuff that they go through and the trials. And with social media out there now, it's a lot harder than it was whenever we were kids. We only just got bullied at school and that was it. But with social media now, you can be bullied at school and online. And so it's even worse for them. So they had a whole speech about, raising the awareness of like bullying and kids in social media and stuff like that. So I really liked their message. I started to listen to a couple of their songs, and from there, I kind of got hooked on their songs and their musicality. A lot of their songs have a lot of good messages. They're really great guys. All of them are, really nice. They each have their own little personalities in their own way. So yeah, I like them now. So I guess now I'm like a BTS Army fan, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah.
And I understand, like I like Taylor and Kennedy, they were super into, Justin Bieber and One Direction. And I have to admit, I have Bieber fever. Complete and total.
Are you a believer?
And, One Direction, it's just, it's kind of like you are in their childhood too, participating. And
yeah, I'm sorry. Bieber's amazing. Everybody can say what they want. The arrests were never
they were silly
by anything.
I just
He got arrested.
Right, Taylor?
He was never ended up charged for anything. Yeah. And there was stupid stuff like egging a person, like, bruh.
Well, and another thing too, you have to understand, like, he literally grew up in the spotlight. So, he went from YouTube star to like mainstream pop star. So he literally had to grow up like through, all this, amidst of all this stuff going on. And, he's doing normal everyday kid things that kids do, who hasn't toilet papered a house, who hasn't like rode their bike and, around their driveway and, caused a ruckus or whatever. I mean, that's what kids do. The difference between that is that because he's a celebrity, all eyes are on him, and they're like, he's a bad kid.
I love his song, Go Love Yourself.
Yeah.
I loved Purpose.
A different meaning than the other one, but I feel like that's my theme song. I love that.
Purpose was all about how God has a purpose for you, and how you can make mistakes and go through life, but that you're human and that God has something for you, and don't give up now, because there's something for you in the end.
And
which
he's
I like
grown up a lot. Like now he's like, an adult. He's
singing
not
at churches, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he's not like causing problems. He's not, being out there being rambunctious. So I think in the end, it all worked out. He's not some, hot mess that's walking around, doing things anymore. So, I think everything works out in the end.
But that's cool that she was able to find a band or group that she liked.
Yeah. And my whole thing was like, I first started like trying to figure out what they were saying whenever they were singing, because I couldn't understand a lot of their stuff, and some of their stuff is captioned and some of it isn't. So
Yeah.
I kind of started to try to learn Korean so that I could understand what they were saying in their lyrics. Because I don't want to be like, oh yeah, this is such a great band, and they're literally like, I want to get you in a closet, girl, and do this and that. And I'm like, oh no. Like, I need to know what they're saying. So a lot of the things that I was trying to learn was just so that I could understand what they were saying in their lyrics. And then it turned into a whole thing of like, I might as well start learning it because I'm already trying to right now. So yeah, like I got her concert tickets to go see BTS in concert. We're supposed to go May 5th, and they sent us an announcement 2 days ago that they're canceling the concert. But the good news is they are going to bump it. So we're going at a later time. Once all this blows over, they'll know when the dates are, and they're not canceling our tickets completely. Our tickets are still valid. They're just changing the date on the tickets. So they're just saying that
I think that's what they're doing with Post Malone too. There was a Post Malone concert that Kennedy and my friend were supposed to go to, and it was postponed.
Yeah. So the only thing that I'm worried about is that I had Hamilton tickets for my birthday.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
And they literally canceled my tickets. They literally just reimbursed me back my money. And
well, hey. Give Scotty and your daughters the script and have them go ham. There we go. Just as good.
Yeah. So I was literally worried about that because I was like, we got a really good deal on our tickets. Like, I think I only paid $65 for the tickets each, which is really good for Hamilton tickets. So I was kind of ticked off whenever they canceled it and reimbursed me my money back instead of just moving the date and allowing us to keep our seats and everything. So they are going to be extending the tour. But we now have to go back online and repurchase the tickets again. So
that stinks.
Yeah, that I'm not happy about.
Yeah, they should give y'all the opportunity to rebuy before they release to the public.
Exactly. Yeah. So we have to go and repurchase the tickets all over again for a later date, which is fine. I mean, they have some dates in June and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just happy that like BTS did it the right way and just said, you know what, your seats are staying the same. Everything else is just we're changing the actual date on the ticket. So the people that had May 5th may have like September 16th or something like that. So I think that's the better way to do it because then you don't have to sit there and scramble to try and get another seat. Where you were at and all that kind of stuff. So I'm happy about that. So yeah, we're super excited to go. And yeah, we're not going to go in May, but at least we'll be able to go later on. What is that?
It's not for you.
It says Sally Beauty.
Okay.
Did I get a package?
No, this isn't for you.
Aw.
It's for the neighbor.
Oh.
Besides, you order from Jeffree Star. You don't order.
That's true. I ordered Jeffree Star. All right. So we've been on for 1 hour and 33 minutes. So we'll go ahead and start to cut this short. I want to quickly go around and just have everybody give an update of what they're going to be doing on their channels in the next coming week and all that kind of stuff. So we'll start with Laura and Kari. What are you guys planning on doing?
Well, if everything works out, we'll have a video drop tomorrow celebrating our 250 subscriber mark.
Oh, nice.
And it's a giveaway.
Yes.
Awesome.
Now we won't
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're not going to spoil what we're giving away, but it is Star Wars themed.
Nice.
So,
Ooh.
and next Thursday, we will be continuing our vlogs of her birthday trip, which I believe our next one will be Epcot.
Yeah, we kind of paused them for a couple weeks with everything going on, but we're going to start them back up next week.
Nice. So when are you guys planning on going?
Well, we just came back right before all this.
Like we went the end of February.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did a short trip for her birthday, and we actually have a few things we got our fingers crossed will work out for the end of May and early June.
Yeah.
But we don't really want to talk about it right now because we're hoping everything's worked out by then and we don't have to cancel.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So Kelly, what about you?
For the channel, well, later tonight, I'm on Dole Whip Dad's channel. We talk Disney pins and everything else that's not Disney pins, but it's a great show at 11 o'clock on Dole Whip Dad's channel. But on my channel, I've got a lot of videos in the can that I've been working on, and I think I'm going to start doing some more of my Florida videos that aren't Disney World, but we've gone to a lot of different cool places here in Florida, so I'm going to start working on those. But I think this time where the parks are closed is kind of a great time to kind of work on those videos that you filmed. Taylor and I did a whole bunch of awesome videos about eating. She's been going around looking at vegetarian options at the different places to eat in Disney. She did some in Disneyland, so that's going to be on her channel. And
I have nothing from Disneyland. I had bronchitis and couldn't speak.
Yes, so.
I know I was supposed to be up with her, but you didn't up.
So I'm just gonna work on some of those things, getting some of my Disney stuff out there. I still need to do my flower and garden doing with my Twinkie, Nikki. So I'm just gonna work on some of those videos that I've been kind of too busy to do. So now I've got the time, might as well work on them. So super excited to do that.
Can't wait to see it all. Taylor, what about you?
I don't know, actually. Probably nothing in this week because, I'm too busy not social distancing. But
you should do a video of what not to do during COVID-19.
Really, because she was here in Florida going to Disney World every day. While I would go to work, I would drop her off at Disney. She'd go to Disney every day. And then she was literally at Disneyland when they announced it was closing, and she was like sending me pictures, low lines, living her best life. So Taylor, you could literally make a video on what's not to do when there's a pandemic.
Yeah, but I have a very contagious bronchitis. And Aaron got it too. Rest in peace. I feel kind of bad. Yeah.
Literally, she has spread this crazy bronchitis all over the country. It's going to be Taylor Virus 2020.
She's the outbreak monkey.
Patient 0. Right there.
But yeah, probably
now
nothing.
I'm kind of glad we didn't meet up at Disneyland because you.
Yeah, I texted you. The reason that I did not text you is because I was like, I've given this to everybody. I gave it to the people that I went on vacation with, and I was like, I can't give this to Nikki. Her and her immune system would never. Plus, I couldn't speak at the time. I was just like, if I needed to tell Kaylee, the girl that I went with, anything, I'd have to like scream, and it was just this little like squeal weird thing. It was terrible.
And you know what?
She was just like,
stop her. She kept going on the ride. She kept eating the food.
Oh, of course.
I spent $210 on those tickets. I was not leaving.
Power through sometimes.
What's the new motto? Calories don't count, and neither do viruses.
Yeah, viruses don't count at Disney.
You're right.
You don't need that motto when the
wait. I caught pink eye too, Nikki.
Oh.
The first day.
What?
Yes, I caught pink eye in Disneyland. And I was like,
God.
I can't message Nikki. I have goop coming out of my eyes. This is terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it probably helped you social distance because people probably stayed away from you.
The lady in front, when we realized I had pink eye, it was in Toontown, and I was like, Kaylee, oh my goodness, this came out of my eye, and I was showing it to her. The lady in front of us in line looked at me so horrified, like, if you don't get out of this line, I'll beat you. It was like, it literally looked like something that would have come out of your nose,
like
but it was in my eye.
She looked like
Yeah,
the
basically.
Contagion show. Like, they get it, their eyes are all yellow.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That was me in Disneyland.
Literally, when she said that, I started thinking of the movie Outbreak. I was literally like, oh, Lord. That guy goes to the
So,
movie.
yeah, that is why we did not meet up.
Dead.
It was bad.
Wow.
I should have recorded.
Taylor
I
the
should've.
Outbreak Monkey. Man.
But after I'm done, not social distancing, then I need to film what I got for from Disneyland, because that was mistakes made. Rest in peace, my savings account. It is no longer. I have no money now.
She went yo cray even in Disney World though. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So you got to do that haul because you got some great stuff at the cast.
She's
Connection.
literally like running through the stores going, YOLO.
That was pretty much, other than the pillow that is on top, this box and the big one down below is what I took home. And the
Wow.
box up there, that's about one head shorter than me.
Goodness. She went crazy over there.
Yeah.
At Cast Connection, she literally had a shopping cart, and it not just was full, but was about 3 feet above the top of the shopping cart. It
Wow.
was precarious at
I
best.
miss Cast
I
Connection.
miss Cast Connection.
That's where we did our Christmas shopping at.
I thought I
That's
was bad. I
amazing.
came home from Company D, which is the Cast Connection over here in
Mhm.
California, and I literally had like 3 or 4 bags full of stuff. I think I spent about $140 there.
Yeah, I think I was on the 300 and something.
Yeah, no,
Additional to another 400 that was all on sale.
yeah.
On
I got
shopping.
me, like, a ton of leggings, some t-shirts, because they had shirts in my size. I was like, heck yeah, let's get them. So, and then we got all kinds of stuff. I went crazy, but tried to keep it at a limit. Like I didn't want my credit card to cry, so I kept it at a limit.
I don't have a credit card, but my debit card is crying. And I'm about to impulse buy a Cricut, so there will be zero if there's going to be nothing.
Wow.
You can use a Cricut to cut for your quilt.
Yeah.
There we go. That's genius. Actually, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. If you get the
Thank
Cricut
you.
maker,
You're the best. Actually, yeah, I'm getting the maker.
She's gonna get the one that cuts fabric. and
yeah,
not
the
leather.
Cricut maker has fabric, can cut fabric, and then it does like
Because I want it to do felt and stuff for my ears and like
The maker.
beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it'll do that. I only have the Explorer 2.
Yeah.
I did get the maker, but I have to get rid of the Explorer 2 first.
Yeah, she uses hers for like t-shirts and stuff for all of our trips and everything.
Yep. That's
That's
what I
cool.
do with mine. I'm gonna make me a shirt after this is all over, and it'll say "I survived," and it'll have like the castle and Disney Castle and everything.
I survived. I only spread bronchitis and pink eye around Disneyland, but it's good.
Oh, I'm gonna make you a T-shirt that says
Don't
"Taylor the
leave
Outbreak
Disney
Monkey."
World out of there because poor Paula Bates is still coughing, Taylor.
Yeah, we were talking about that on their live stream today.
Wow, man.
We met the Dole Whip family for a day in a Magic
And you
Kingdom.
think that she'd learn her lesson and stay away from people and not social distance? Heck no. She's like, I'm ready to round 2. I'm ready to spray the gun. Let's go.
She's West Coast, East Coast,
Yup,
don't matter.
exactly.
I'm just like, you know what? If I was gonna die, I would have already. We're good. Game on.
Was there a
I'm not
layer
going to anything in public.
She did
But
get
I'm gonna have my
tested
man
for
who's not my man, so I
coronavirus,
want
and
to be
she
my
does
man.
not
So
have
what's my man's
coronavirus.
come over?
Oh my gosh, I love it. I wish I had the moxie that you have, honestly, Taylor, because I couldn't do that. It literally would be my life.
I just struggle through it. I'm like, I'm catching everything, but it's good.
Hey,
I have to tell Scotty whenever he gets home, I'm like, wash your hands. Like, you've just been out there in the public, you know, when you go home from the grocery store, wash your hands. Like, he always wants to like come home and start hanging on me. And I'm like,
Oh,
wash your hands.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
Change of clothes in the laundry room for Corey, and he has to change clothes in the laundry room and then come and wash his hands before.
Yep.
That's genius.
Yeah.
I should have my dad do that. He has one of his employees whose wife has coronavirus.
Mm.
Well, see, the thing is that he's more susceptible to getting it because, first of all, he went to the store yesterday. The same store that we went to just said that one of the employees had it. And so now it's like, well, what did they come in contact with? What did they touch over there? You know, and we're just shopping there. And then all of a sudden 5 new cases pop up over here, which there wasn't before. So obviously somebody's spreading it around. And then we've got him, you know, being at work and 2 employees already at his job have been diagnosed with it. So,
Oh, wow.
you know, it's like, he's more at risk than anybody else. And thank goodness that this was his last day at work in the office because now he's going to be working from home for 2 weeks. So I'm super glad about that because I don't have to worry about that risk. But yeah, I was like, for the longest, I was so worried because I'm like, dude, don't bring it home to me because if I get sick, it's not going to be fun and it's not going to be good. And he's like, well, don't worry about it. He's like, I'm sure your immune system is fine. I'm like, dude, people are dropping dead and they have asthma. Like,
Yeah.
I have half the stuff I have. I'm like, I got a long list of stuff that I've got and I cannot afford to get sick. Like, my immune system, every single time I get the flu, every single time, it turns into pneumonia. Every single time. There's not been one time that I've gotten sick with the cold.
Mine just ends up being a month and a half long.
Yeah. So I know for a fact, if I get this, full-blown pneumonia, and that's it. Because that's the next stage of like, you know, before your organs start shutting down. And I'm like, yeah, no, not happening. So I have to stay far away from everybody. I love y'all. High fives from a distance. Stay away from me. This is the only social interaction you're getting. That's it. Yeah, I'm Emperor Cusco right now. No touchy touchy. So, but yeah, for my channel, I'm going to be starting to do. I know I said this last week, but you know, I've been cooped up learning Korean. I'm going to start doing like cooking videos. I know a couple of people had requested like certain items and things like that for me to cook for dinners. So I'm going to start doing that. So I'm going to do shepherd's pie, homemade banana bread. Tonight I'm doing chicken stir fry.
Nice.
Also am doing like a homemade peach cobbler, like an easy peach cobbler crumble recipe. Like a couple of other things that like you can make from things that you have inside your house that you can kind of like drum up, and they're not as complicated as you might think they would be. Just to kind of like give people ideas of cooking things that they may not usually cook. That's really good that they can have during all of this stuff. So I'm going to start doing all that. And let's see, Scotty's channel. We haven't done anything yet, but that's because he usually does food reviews on his channel, and we haven't really gone out to do food. So he wants to start like this.
Idea. He can do food reviews of your food. Be like 3 out of 10 this time. Wait, not again. You know what? She said this
I
was
wish he'd
amazing.
say something sucks and tastes bad, because that'll be his last meal. I'd be like standing over him like,
this was okay. 4 out of 10.
Right?
Rating
Not
my
being
wife's
honest
cooking.
with
There
you.
we go.
That could be a staple.
So yeah, like he's thinking about post-mating food and stuff and then just reviewing it. So he might
Oh
do
my
that.
god.
Yeah,
The post dating has been so interesting recently.
yeah.
We had one delivered to our, I will be honest, we did have an incident like a week ago. It was like 11:30 and me and my sister were just in our house alone and my dad was at work and all of a sudden we hear this banging on the window and we're like, what the heck? Me and my sister didn't do anything. So I just tapped my revolver on the window and this guy starts cursing and he's like, it's your food delivery. He didn't even say like a brand or anything. I was like, I didn't order food, get the hell out of here. And he was like, no, seriously, I've got your food. And I was like, I did not order food. And he was like, I'm just going to leave it here. I'm like, okay, yeah, because I did not believe that he had food and I was not opening the door.
Yeah.
Did someone order you
There
food?
was food. And we don't
Kennedy
know
order
who
it?
ordered it to us. We don't know who sent it.
Maybe a show soon to be boyfriend. I don't know.
I'm thinking it was my sister's ex, but he didn't
Oh,
say
what kind of
anything.
food was it?
It was a like chocolate cake with this like cherry thing on top of it and like whipped cream and stuff. And then it was this
Oh,
big
that's definitely somebody trying to get Kennedy back.
Yeah, come through.
But
Somebody said
don't
me chocolate
bang
cake.
on my window at 11:30 at night. Like, bruh, what?
Send it
But
my
I was like, whoever's Grubhub or whatever the heck it was, they're about to get canceled. You could text me rather
I
than
wish
having
somebody
me
had shown
bang
the
on
cake
the
in my
window at
door.
11:30.
I love it. I literally would have been taking pictures like, this is my free food. What's up? If you're not going to
It
take the
scared
time
the
to
heck out of
address-
us. Yes, if you send me food, please let me know because I pulled a gun on this guy.
Taylor, don't play.
No.
She's like, free food, what?
Well, I mean, what would you do if you just had some guy banging on the door at 11:30 at night? I mean,
It depends.
Well, Postmate doesn't deliver here, so I really would.
What's let's see, PTV.
You
Is
know,
that
I was
the-
thinking that too, Mar. I was thinking the chicken Pepper Tree Villa. Ben
Oh,
has been
okay.
doing
Mhm.
chicken sandwiches at every fast food place and reviewing them. So he did Popeyes, Church's, KFC, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, I think. He's doing like everything, but he
Oh,
does
yeah.
them.
He's
So
he's
that would
already
be some,
done.
takeout. Scotty could do takeout reviews.
Yeah, I know he's already done like the Church's chicken one and all that. So I think like what he said he wanted to do is, I guess Wendy's has a new breakfast menu or something, and he
Yes,
went
It's good. It's good.
so
yes, do
yeah.
it. Tell me how it is. I want to see
It's
those
good.
fries. It's
Yeah.
good.
The fries
Yeah,
are
why
like
don't they sell them at lunch? They're really good.
they're
I want the fries.
they're
Yeah.
like seasoned potato wedges. They're awesome.
Wow.
Don't oversell it. It's
Yeah,
so-
I'm gonna have him try it because he said he's been wanting to do that one. He just hasn't had time with all the work and stuff because his workload is like super intense because he's the only one there because of the social distancing. They only have so they have three working from home and one on location. So the one that's on location has to do any of the repairs and everything that's going on while all this stuff is going on. So the other three are just basically answering calls and taking tickets and then sending them to Scotty, and then he has to do everything. And so his workload has been crazy busy. Every day he's been like exhausted. He eats and then just literally goes to bed. So we haven't really had any time to socialize or talk or anything. So which his job understands that like he's been working a heck of a lot all this week and stuff. So they actually gave him Monday and Tuesday off, so he's not even like on call on Monday and Tuesday. So those are his, like, he has a 4-day weekend off, and then he starts on Wednesday just taking calls and stuff from home. And then they have somebody else at the location doing all that stuff. So they've been rotating it so that way he has 2 weeks off, and then after the 2 weeks he'll have to go back in and do it again for a week, and then have another 2 weeks off. So they're doing that rotation. But the week that he is there, it's like all hands on deck just for him, and he's like running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So
That stinks.
yeah, it's been crazy. And because he works in the medical field and everything, it's like anytime that the CDC updates them on anything, anytime that there's any kind of new numbers or anything like that, he has to put it all in. He has to put all that stuff into the computer and make sure it's all updated and everything. So
Yeah, my dad thought he would get a nice like 2 week off whenever a quarantine hits, but he was just notified that they are part of like the national defense or whatever, since they make airplane parts, and so he is considered essential.
yeah. So like the people that are essential, and that's the thing that they're talking about in California, like they're talking about having a mandatory shutdown in California because people aren't listening. They're still going to the beach. They're still socializing and doing stuff. So they're planning on doing a mandatory shutdown where everybody has to stay in their house, and they're not allowed to leave their house unless they are working, and they have to show like their ID badge that they actually work in the medical field, or they work in the food industry, or they work for, something that's essential to.
Kennedy already got her letter so that in case they do have a like quarantine or whatever, that if she's pulled over, she has that.
Yeah.
Hey, I work at Target.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Scotty's
a
got his
Disney fan,
too.
and I'm going to the extremely big Whole Foods in Gilbert.
Yeah. Scotty's got his too. And then on the back of his ID, it's actually a government clearance badge.
Oh, I
Like,
see.
if something ever happens, like where military wise, like they shut down everything, like he's still able to get through no matter what. So that's the good thing about it, I guess. But it's just been crazy. So hopefully all this stuff blows over. Like, the main thing is everybody should stay inside. Like, if you don't have a reason to leave the house, don't leave the house. I get it.
I'm staying inside. I just have my man's, who's not my man's, who was my man's, who would want to be my man's, come over.
Yeah, don't do what Taylor's doing and not practicing social distancing. Stay indoors. I know that it gets crazy. I know that you get stir crazy and you get like, I need to leave the house. I need to get out. But you can literally go out of your house, go in your yard, go hang out and do that kind of stuff and still be away from people. I've seen people that take a walk around the block, and as long as they're away from somebody, if there's somebody walking, on the sidewalk, walk across the street, and walk down so that you're staying away from people, but you're still being able to get out of the house. And don't do this stuff where there's large crowds. Like, don't stand in line with 50 people at Costco.
Oh, no.
That's how it spreads. You guys
Go
are
to Costco on a Monday and go off times.
Yeah, or go online, shop online. I mean, there's so many
Honestly.
stores that have online deliveries.
Literally. You can even do it, Fry's, Target, Walmart, anything.
Yeah. So I honestly, the sooner that we, adhere to the quarantine, the better that it'll be in the long run, because then we're able to actually get out of the house. Everything will be lifted and we'll be able to be social again. But until this thing gets under control, it's not going to change. So
I think it's a little bit funny though, because this would have been everybody's dream 6 months ago. Talk to anybody, they don't want to go to work, they just want to stay at home. You would have told someone, hey, there's going to be a quarantine, you just have to stay at your house, not go to work for 2 weeks. They would have been like, yes. It happens. Everybody's like, you know what? Suddenly I need to go, rock climbing or something. Like,
yeah. I mean, to us, it's a little, I can feel the torture, because it's literally like the airfare is super cheap right now. You could go anywhere for super cheap. But it's like, once you get there, where are you going? To a hotel to stay quarantined?
you have to self-quarantine.
Yeah. It's like, you can't even go like sightseeing.
On vacation.
I was like, right now would be the perfect time for us to go to San Francisco. We've been wanting to go for months. It's like the perfect time to go. But then I was like, well, what are we gonna do? Like stare at the Golden Gate Bridge from the hotel? Because you can't, like, you know,
Do anything.
Alcatraz is closed. The Disney Museum's closed. It's like,
Yeah.
Target.
yeah, just go to Target. Just go to
Hey,
the
you
Target.
can go to San Diego and go to the double level Target. There we go.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's what we do is go to the Target out there, the big Target, and
Yes.
walk across the Golden Gate Bridge and back, and that's about it. But yeah, San Francisco is on lockdown, so it's not like we can really do anything. We can't leave. So, and then Vegas, same thing. Like we're 4 hours away from Vegas. We could drive to Vegas tomorrow and just be like over there, but everything's closed. So it's not like, I know, go to Target in Vegas. We should do a Target tour. Just
There you go.
literally every Target. Like we're going on
There
vacation.
we go.
Hawaii. Where are you going? Hawaii Target. I mean, Hawaii right now is probably the best bet for anybody because
But if you go there, you have to self quarantine for 2 weeks before you do anything.
really,
Yeah.
I thought they said because the hotel's open and everything.
Yeah, but you have to self quarantine for 2
Alani
weeks.
is closed.
Yeah, I know Alani's closed.
Is it because it was open at first?
It was the last
Yeah,
thing.
it's closed now.
Oh, well, darn, there goes that idea.
Yeah, rip.
Yeah, gee, man, this
I'm
is
enjoying this, just chilling at home.
yeah.
Me too,
Also,
I'm
if
living the
people
life.
don't know, they've been doing a lot of virtual museums now. A lot of the museums are doing like virtual tours. So if you can't get out of the house, you can always take a virtual tour of a museum that you've wanted to see. or
Oh,
something
did you
like
guys see the Draw Mickey tutorial on the My Disney Experience
Yes,
app?
I mentioned
Yeah,
that
they said
last
they
week.
were doing
I love that.
Yeah, the Disney.
The Dapper Dance performance from home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's cool.
And so the dueling piano players from Jelly Rolls have been getting on and performing.
What's his name? The guy that performs that.
What's his-
Yeehaw
Yes.
Cowboy Bob.
yeah, Yeehaw Bob.
Yeah.
Wait, is it on the Disney? Is it on the Disney YouTube channel or?
No, they keep popping up on my Instagram feed, and
Yeah.
I see a lot of links.
Huh? Yeah, because
Next time I see Yeehaw Bob, or I'll find it and stick it in Spilling the Disney Tea.
yeah, because
PSA,
I haven't seen
please
those
don't
ones
post
yet. That
your-
would be cool.
YouTube videos in Spilling the Disney Tea. It is just nudes. I'm trying to clutter it up, and I feel bad having to remove people's posts, but it's also like, I'm sorry, but I can't see your unboxing. It is not Disney news.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Dapper
you
Dance
You to asking your toddler which jelly bean tastes best does not qualify as Disney news, and I do have to take it off.
Yeah, the Spilling the Disney Tea is exclusive for Disney News, that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to post videos of like random things that are Disney or whatever, you can do it on me and the Kilt Guys page on Facebook. It's the Kilt Guy fan page. We allow other YouTubers and creators and stuff like that to post things onto that page because we do, promote other channels and community and that kind of stuff. So, ask first. A lot of pages, will allow it. Some won't.
Yeah, and lots of times, like, I could redirect you to, like, Nikki, like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Because basically the whole point of Spilling the Disney Tree is a clutter-free Disney group to get the news, but without the 7 million, hey, here's my kid in front of the castle a day, and it just clutters your feed, and it's a mess to be in. And so, yeah, it's just supposed to be news to get your stuff. Anything interesting, and to give opinions.
Yeah, and ours is, you're allowed to post stuff on our page. The only thing that we ask is that you be a fan of the Kilt Guy and subscribe to the channel. So as long as you guys are doing that, then that's perfectly fine because it is a Kilt Guy fan page. So it's, for the Kilt Guy and his fans. whoever wants to post on there. If we have a lot of our YouTube friends that are like, hey, I have a new video up, check it out, that kind of thing. So we welcome it, definitely. So if you guys want a page to put that stuff on, you guys can put it on there. Just keep the Spilling the Disney Tea strictly news related. So if there's anything that has to do with like the update on Disney or anything like that, you're more than welcome to post it on there.
But you need to watch the Dapper Dan one.
I want to. I love the Dapper Dan.
It made me cry though, because they sing "Wish Upon a Star."
Oh,
16 of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Anything?
Huh?
Voices of Liberty done anything?
I haven't seen anything from the Voices of Liberty.
oh wow, that would be cool. The Voices of Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I found the YouTube video of them singing "Let It Go."
Oh
Amazing.
my gosh. Yeah, we were trying to catch up on like a lot of live feeds that were going on, because I know like for St. Patrick's Day, Dropkick Murphys did a whole St. Patty's Day show that they usually do every year for St. Patty's Day, but they had to shut it down and everything. So they still had the concert venue. So they were like, might as well just still do the concert and we'll just live stream it and let everybody watch it from home. So that was cool. Yeah, it made for an enjoyable St. Patty's Day, because I was just like, what's St. Patty's Day without green beer and like going out and hanging out and and all this stuff. So I made corned beef and cabbage at home and we watched the live stream and it was fine. We were okay with it. We were like,
I made green cookies and had Jared over and RJ, and it was really fun. But
yeah, see, it's like those kind of little things that you can do. I've seen people post like when their kids are having their birthday parties at their home. It's the saddest thing because they make it seem so sad, and it's like, no, you could still like have fun and play and stuff like that. But they literally show their kid like sitting in front of a cake all by themselves, like, and I'm literally like, honestly, like I could count like how many times I literally did that because I invited friends and they didn't show up. So
honestly, my 8th grade party, nobody came.
Yeah,
it was just me and my friend Taryn, and my mom ended up taking us to the mall. It was mega depressing.
It happens, It happens. Every once in a while you'll have a party and nobody will show up.
Exactly.
So. But you gotta.
You remember that, Mommy?
Yeah, I do.
The best of what's going on. So we're gonna go ahead and end the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay safe. Stay inside. There's tons of things that you can do online to still communicate with people and interact with other people without having to leave the house and go out and possibly catch what's going on. So stay inside. Do a virtual museum. Watch the Dapper Dan's live stream. There's tons of people live streaming on Instagram right now. If you don't have an Instagram account, right now would be the perfect time to get one, because it always notifies you of any live things that are going on, anybody that you're subscribed to. And there's all kinds of stuff.
If you need to improve your feed, just message me and I'll send you a bunch of stuff so that it'll alter your feed to like Disney stuff or memes or whatever you want. I'll help you out. Because I have a few people, they get it, and then they're like, why are all these nature pictures here? It's not fun. I'm going to delete it. Like, no, let me help you out real quick.
Yeah, because it's all based on your algorithm. So it's whatever you look up or whatever you're seeing is what's going to keep showing up on your feed. So I get like a toss-up between Disney and BTS right now. So
I have Disney and memes, like killer memes.
That's funny. Oh yeah, I get the meme ones too. So I it's a combination of those three. But
we get Disney and British vlogs.
British vlogs.
I watch a lot of British YouTubers.
Yeah, a lot of them are interesting. I've had a couple of British YouTube vlog friends that we watched and we keep track of. So it's cool to see like what people are doing on the other side of the world. Like on YouTube right now, I'm actually watching because I'm still trying to learn the Korean and stuff. There's a YouTuber out there. She does daily vlogs. She talks about like what's going on in her community. And before she was like still social interacting with her friends, but they were still keeping a distance from everybody else. And then it started getting bad where they were just like, okay, lock everything down and everybody has to stay home. So now she's like home quarantined and she's trying to figure out new things that she can do while she's at home. And it's pretty interesting to see like the things that people are doing, like, you know, they're taking up a hobby or taking up a craft or, you know, reading a new book or something like that. So it's cool to see like other people's perspectives from other sides of the world. Some of our British friends are showing what they're doing with their kids and things like that to kind of you know, keep it interactive but staying safe. So I love that. So it's all about, you know, just getting out there and seeing what other people are doing. And that sometimes helps you get out of the whole rut of like, I'm stuck at home and I can't do nothing. So, yeah. But I thank you guys so much for coming on. Thank you for interacting with us today. I hope that we made your guys' day a little bit better, you know, had a little bit of conversations. I thank everybody for watching. You guys are awesome. And have a great weekend. Stay inside, stay safe. And if you need to trade anything for toilet paper,
Hit me up.
yeah, I'll be
Have a
making
good
some
night,
banana
everyone.
bread soon. Maybe I'll, you know, trade some banana bread and some toilet paper or something.
That's really why you're doing the cooking videos.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm gearing up to swap with Chrissy Teigen. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.